May 1767. The denizens of the 13 British colonies in North America had rejected the Stamp Act, arguing that the Parliament of Great Britain had no right to levy internal taxes on them. Yet, their defense still had to be paid for. One person would now make another attempt at colonial taxation: Charles Townshend. Charles Townshend was born on August 29, 1725, son of Etheldreda or Audrey and Charles Viscount Townshend. On October 25, 1745, he was admitted to Leiden University. 2 years later, he represented Great Yarmouth, Norfolk, in the House of Commons. On August 15, 1755, he married Caroline Campbell, with whom he would have 2 sons and a daughter. On May 30th, 1761, he was elected for Harwich in Essex. When the Stamp Bill was introduced in February 1765, Townshend spoke in favor of it, describing the colonists as, quote, "children planted by our care, nourished up by our indulgence until they are grown to a degree of strength and opulence, and protected by our arms." He asked, "Will they grudge to contribute their mite to relieve us from the heavy weight of that burden which we lie under?" On June 28, 1765, Townshend became Paymaster General. He now had a stake in the Stamp Act, as it was intended to pay for colonial defense, and was therefore present at the meeting on January 17, 1766, when it was decided that the act would be repealed. To make up for the resulting loss of revenue, the government placed new taxes on houses, windows, and imported spirits in Great Britain. On August 2, 1766, he became Chancellor of the Exchequer. In February 1767, America was mentioned in the House of Commons. This prompted Townshend to say, quote, "I do not know any distinction between internal and external taxes. It is a distinction without a difference. It is perfect nonsense. If we have a right to impose one, we have the other." He then looked up and continued, "I speak this aloud, that all you who are in the galleries may hear me." During the 7 Years' War, the land tax in Britain had been set at 4 shillings. Townshend now proposed keeping it at that rate for 1 more year. He was opposed by his 2 predecessors, George Grenville and William Dowdeswell, who wanted it reduced to 3 shillings. The resulting vote was 188 for 4 shillings and 206 for 3 shillings. The government was thus deprived of £500,000 sterling per year. Connecticut lawyer William Samuel Johnson wrote from London in March that, quote, "great pains have been taken to irritate the people of England against America, and to persuade them they are to pay infinite taxes and we none. They are to be burdened that we may be eased, and that the interests of Britain are sacrificed to those of America." In the Commons on May 13th, Townshend said that since the colonists distinguished internal taxes from external ones, he was willing to indulge them and therefore confine himself to regulations of trade. He proposed taxes on glass, paper, lead, and paint imported into the colonies. He expected these taxes to raise between £35,000 and £40,000 sterling a year. From this fund, colonial governors would receive a salary of £2,000 sterling annually, and chief justices would be paid £500. This would make them independent of the colonial assemblies. The Committee of the Whole House resolved upon Townshend's proposals, as well as a 3-penny tax on each pound of tea. Townshend died of a putrid fever on September 4, 1767. His significance lay in his reignition of the dispute between Parliament and the colonial assemblies over who had the power to tax British colonists, a dispute that would escalate into war 8 years later. If you like our videos, please like, subscribe, and comment below.